I wanted to do a follow-up to what I was talking about earlier, folks. Sorry that video cut so short. But right here, you're seeing imagery of sacred geometry and its relationship, conjugate relationship with the physical matter, and essentially how everything exists. And my take on it is, when I was showing you guys the accretion disk, I showed you this. And this makes the sphere, that's the infinity symbol, then makes the sphere, you know what I mean? But on the so we're in, here's the precession. We'll just draw it like this. Vortice going down, vortice going up. Equilibrium. Okay? So when I showed you in the app, the asteroid belt is on that disk. The event horizon or dark rift of the Milky Way. Here, let me back out of here. Okay, this is my Redshift app right here. This right here is all around us. Watch. And I suspect this is the reason why we're tilted 23.5 degrees, because look at that. It's perfectly... I think we're pulled at a certain point in this. I think it's when we're lined up with Orion. We're pulled at 23. That's what keeps us at our 23.5 degree. But see this cross up here in the corner? That is another depiction of this. This is Earth Force, the pyramid. The upside down pyramid. You put those together, you got the Star of David. And that's what the Star of David really means, I believe. Is the equilibrium of the black hole. The area at which we exist. All matter exists on the plane of inertia. The plane of inertia is right here. The event horizon. Now, I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, I just came to this again for visual purposes. Just so I can prove to you this is the only way it can be. I mean, this is the only explanation. Okay, right here is the Kuiper Belt. Kuiper Belt right here. Same as the event horizon or the dark rift I showed you. Okay, here's the asteroid belt. Right here. Same as the accretion disk or the plane of inertia. So, what I'm saying here is our solar system is a black hole. The sun is a black hole. Earth is a black hole. Mars is a black hole. We are a black hole. We are fractals of the Anu. The sun is a fractal of the Anu. As above, so below. As below, so above. The pyramids are built after the Earth force. In the form of Earth force. That's the pyramid. the triangle, or the eight-sided pyramid. And within this finite boundary, there's an infinite set of outcomes due to the geometry, which is this. Which is essentially this. For a black hole is an infinite hypertropoid. Okay, here, we'll look at it this way. You take a stick, put a stick like this. You start twirling it back and forth. You end up with a vortice this side, vortice this side. Comes together at the equilibrium, which is the area at which all matter exists. There are 14 cycles below and 9 cycles above. We are in the third dimension. Right here. All matter exists on the plane of inertia. Because I thought of this, I'm thinking, and this right here is the Eye of Horus, which is the black hole sun, the only begotten sun, which is in Orion's Nebula, M42, Trapezium Open Star Cluster. Have you ever had that voice in your head that saved your life? Divine intervening? Have you ever had inspiration that you had no idea where it came from? Well, Michelangelo, when he painted the creation of Adam in the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican, that's precisely what happened. Via divine consciousness, or our consciousness. Our consciousness, our cellular memory. This is the crossing. But all is not always as it seems, folks. This, I believe, the plane of inertia, because our Milky Way is a black hole, which, like I showed you in the Redshift app, the dark rift is not dark at all. It's the event horizon, and we exist in that event horizon. Okay, say this is the asteroid belt. You're coming from over here. You encounter the asteroid belt. You know, they say, they hypothesize that that's going to be one of the biggest obstacles. No, wait a minute. Why can't I go over it or around it? Because we only exist in the accretion disk. Our connection to Ra, the sun, the only begotten sun, is through our pineal gland to the big pineal gland in the sky, which is the Trapezium Open Star Cluster, where in 2012, NASA, November 2012, published the article in space.com stating the presence of a black hole 200 times the size of our sun in the Trapezium Open Star Cluster. Michelangelo, 1512, painted the creation of Adam painting in the Sistine Chapel. He also painted a couple other paintings that depict, like in the Church of the Jesu, the Triumph in the Name of Jesus painting. But all of these were divinely inspired. him not knowing what he was painting exactly, but he painted the brain, right profile, the nebula, our brain, all in this painting. I mean, it's an overlay masterpiece. You could overlay the brain over the painting and all points match down to the finite depiction of this. Our pineal gland is the eye, also known as the third eye. In Egypt, the pyramids are the pineal gland. The delta is the brain. All right? We exist on the plane of inertia. We are connected. Our consciousness is connected. We need to realize this. We need to tap into this. The ancients were tapped into this. And let me read something to you guys here. Adepts have there been, filled with the blackness, struggling always against the light. But others there are who, filled with brightness, have ever conquered the darkness of night. Wherever ye shall be in all ages and planes, surely ye shall know of the battle with night. Long ages ago, the sons of the morning, S-U-N, sons of the morning, descending found the world filled with night. There in the past time began the struggle, the age-old battle of darkness and light. The fact that everything, everything just tells us this is a matrix. It's the universe, the galaxy, the solar system, everything is mind. Everything is mind. Far into space, my soul traveled freely, into infinity's circle of light. Strange beyond knowledge were some of the planets, great and gigantic beyond dreams of men. Yet found I law in all of its beauty, working through and among them, as here among men. Flashed forth my soul through infinity's beauty. Far through space I flew with my thoughts. Rested I there on a planet of beauty. Strains of harmony filled all the air. Shapes there were, moving in order, great and majestic as stars in the night. Mounting in harmony, ordered equilibrium, symbols of the cosmic, like unto law. Many the stars I passed in my journey, many the races of men in their worlds. Some reaching high as stars of the morning, some falling low in the blackness of night. Each and all of them struggling upward, gaining the heights and plumbing the depths, moving at times in realms of the brightness, living through darkness, gaining the light. Know, O man, that light is thine heritage. Know that darkness is only a veil. Sealed in thine heart is brightness eternal, waiting the moment of freedom to conquer, waiting to rend the veil of the night. Some I found who had conquered the ether. Free of the space were they, while yet they were men. Using the force that is the foundation of all things, Far in space constructed they a planet, drawn by the force that flows through the all, condensing, coalescing the ether into forms that grew as they willed, outstripping in science they all the races, mighty in wisdom, sons of the stars. Long time I paused watching their wisdom, saw them create from out of the ether. Cities gigantic of rose and of gold, formed forth from the primal element, base of all matter, the ether far flung. Far in a past time they had conquered the ether, freed themselves from the bondage of toil, formed in their mind only a picture, and swiftly created it grew. Forth then my soul sped throughout the cosmos, seeing ever new things and old, learning that man is truly spaceborn, a son of the sun, a child of the stars. It's true, folks. We are all fractals of the whole, of the Anu. The Anu lives in all of us. Our heart beats in a vertical motion, moving the akasa subtly, bringing life and vital energy to all organs. Know ye, O man, that all space is ordered. Only by order are ye one with the all. Order and balance are the law of the cosmos. Follow ye, and ye shall be one with the all. He who would follow the pathway of wisdom, open must be to the flower of life, extending his consciousness out of the darkness, flowing through time and space in the all. Deep in the silence first ye must linger, until at last ye are free from desire, free from the longing to speak in the silence. Conquer by silence the bondage of words, abstaining from eating until we have conquered desire for food. That is bondage of soul. Hark ye, O man, and know of thy bondage. Know how to free thyself from the toils. Out of the darkness shall ye rise upward, one with the light and one with the stars. Follow ye ever the path of wisdom. Only by this can ye rise from below. Ever man's destiny leads him onward, into the curves of infinity's all. That's infinity's all, folks. Yes, and this is the cube matrix we live in right there. Everything is geometric. The planets, over aeons, you can see they make geometric patterns in the sky. Excuse me. But I'm going to end this. I got to go to bed. Love, peace, chicken grease, y'all. I hope that covers it.